Hey guys, Freddy here. Summer is upon us, and a bunch of you probably aren't at school right now. But, me personally, I just started around a summer school. Yes, grown-ups gotta go to school too, especially if they want to become chaplains later in life. But the thing is, summer school is awesome. I know that's probably not what you want to hear right now, but those of you who know summer school is awesome. Now, you might be thinking, but summer school, that's going to take away my entire summer. Well, yeah, I know you've got vacations, I know you've got, other stuff you could do, hanging out by your friends with the pool and whatnot, but seriously, what are you gonna do? Stay at home, suffering mini heat stroke on your couch while you're watching the same reruns? Because, let's face facts, no network and no streaming service puts out new shows over the summer. So, yeah, summer school is pretty awesome. For you school-age kids, I happen to know that summer school is one of the most awesome times in all of schooling. For one thing, you can get the mandatory credits out of the way, and that way you don't have to spend time doing them over the year. Whenever I was in public school, I didn't go to public school until 9th grade, and between 9th and 10th grade I said, summer school, forget it. I was wrong. It was awesome when I did the mandatory health class between 11th and 12th grade. Literally all it was just us teaching ourselves stuff. Watch the videos, take the test, retake the test if you didn't pass. And that was it. Then we had to sit through a quick CPR deal, and then that was about it. And it was cool. I just muscled through all those quizzes and tests for the first 3-4 days, and then just watch people play card games the whole rest of the time. Lunch was still awesome. Still had it with my friends. So yeah, bring a deck of cards. Bring a card game or a board game, or bring a Nintendo Switch for all I care. Because they literally do not care much during summer school. Literally, during lunch break, kids were walking around the hallways. The lights in the science hallway were not even turned on because literally nobody cared. And I think that was awesome. And then between 11th and 12th grade, I did cadet teaching, which some of you might know as A+ tutoring. Or for some of you, it might just be different things. Who knows? But still, I was invited to go into the local elementary school and teach ingoing 3rd graders. And the times I did end up going, it was cool. We ended up even going on a field trip to the local petting zoo, which I don't live too far from. And it was cool. Got to see a yak up close. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I wasn't in summer school. And even those who did not get in a class someplace, literally we just, for the first first day we stayed in the classroom and watched the first Rocky movie. So, yeah. And then when I got to undergrad, I will say the one issue is during my undergrad, I spent more money on the one summer course than I did for a full year of other classes. Get a Pell Grant, kids. Fill out that form. But at the same time, it was 6 weeks, and I was good with it. It didn't hurt that it was a creative writing class, which, I mean, the first 3 weeks of that were just reading stuff and writing little blurbs anyway, but it was cool. And I literally was able to do that class during my family vacation to Disney World, nonetheless. So, yeah. If you can scrape together enough money, do a summer course during your undergrad. If you can do enough money, do a winter course during your undergrad, because I've heard the very same thing. Like, literally a friend of mine's wife was saying, yeah, winter course, you just watch a video on YouTube and then have it going in the background while you've got your test open and whatnot. Of course, don't do that. But still, that just shows the ease of the courses usually. And then graduate school, I went to a graduate school in Kentucky. Now, like I said, I work at a summer camp. I sell snacks, among other things. And so the only time I was able to take a online course over the summer for my undergrad was during 2020, when we had to cancel camp because of that thing we all know happened. But after that, I ended up not taking a summer course, except for the one time when that college offered what they call a 1-week intensive. So I thought, I'm 20 some odd years old. When I'm a old, hobbling 29-year-old, I will not have time for too many vacations. But the thing is, I can now. So I took my car and I went on a solo road trip to my college for the 1-week intensive. And I was able to visit the zoo because classes didn't start on Monday because of Memorial Day. I was able to visit the zoo on Memorial Day, which I thought was awesome. And then basically the rest of the day I had a whole Eat, Pray, Love tour going on all throughout Louisville, Kentucky. And then class started, and I think we only had one assignment to do during that week, and it was write a page on some book. It was fine. I met some cool people, and I read the book, wrote the 1-page blurb, and I watched video game cutscenes wasn't out exploring the outskirts of Louisville. I didn't venture into downtown. I ain't that brave. Not unless I got a group with me. But still, there were a lot of cool places, a lot of cool bookstores, a lot of cool restaurants, cool vegan bakery for those of us who are vegan. And then after I came home, I did the class technically was a 2-month-long class, but because I had camp, I was able to do all of those assignments in 1 month because I love this professor. If you ever become a college professor, be like this college professor. Basically, he will assign you giant amounts of block homework where you just got to answer the question in 500 words or whatever. And it's intense, but at least you don't have tests. Seriously. Tests stress me out. So I was able to do all of these assignments in 1 month. And then I was able to have a free month where I could work at camp. So yeah. And then if you want to do something like chaplaincy school, like what I'm doing, I shelled out more money to work at my own pace and take it virtually, so I can take it while working at camp and while working at my church. In fact, I'm on my way to go have chaplaincy hours with a friend of mine who is still learning the ropes of ministry. But that's the freedom of summer courses. Yeah, a few of them can seem a little intense because you're just taking a big year-long or semester-long thing and you're condensing it into however many weeks, taking a semester-long class, condensing it into 6 weeks. You're taking a semester-long internship and you're condensing it into, say, mine's 12 weeks. But still, it is awesome. The freedom you have, the friends you make, the adventures you can go on, not to mention all of the fun classes you can take year-long. That's the other thing. Back when I was in school, they actually had a dual credit class that they offered during the high school summer school. A bunch of my friends took that. They said it was the easiest college credit that they will ever have. Just 2 weeks long, and you basically do homework and tests, and then you're done. Deals like that and deals like the 1 week intensive, like what I had, they're worth it. And pretty much to this day, I was kicking myself for not taking summer school between 9th and 10th grade. Even so, I only did the first semester of summer school because I didn't want to mess with the second semester of summer school. And now I'm wishing I had. I don't know what I would have done, but I sure would have had fun doing it. And then, if known about the 1 week intensives during grad school, I'd have done those too. Because they're fun. So yeah. Take a summer course if you're still in school. Especially if you're like a kid who wants to just get done with school. If you're like in college and you just want to get done with school. If you're an educator, or if you've got some other job where you got summers off, like, I don't know, ski chalet employee or whatever, then I would encourage you, take a summer course. Fill that alone time with a summer course, because it'll get you through faster. You can spend more time devoted to it when you don't have your job looming over your head. It'll go by quicker. You may actually learn a lot more depending on the teacher. And most importantly, a lot of these guys, a lot of these teachers, a lot of these professors, they make sure you have a load of fun. Because it's summer. So take a summer course. Because if you don't, you, like me,